Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. Today we will make an aquarium like this, what I made for some months ago, and some people asked me if I can do a tutorial about this, and of course I do. So we don't do exactly the same with the palm trees and the beach ball and the submarine. We do the aquarium, and you can put in whatever you want, and so just to get the idea how I did it. Okay, let's start. At first we need a landscape. Okay. Size I did was 250, 150 I think. Okay, what we don't need is this borders at sea level. Uncheck it. This will be our ground later. And it's a little too high, so say about so. Okay, yes, and we don't need so many segments. Okay, this we convert now in a polygon object, so just press C on your keyboard or press here on the symbol. So now we need a loop selection here around but now we see with the loop selection you press UL on your keyboard and you have a loop selection, or you go here to selection and here you have loop selection too. So normally it's default is like this, nothing is checked, and so we can't do a loop selection here at the corners, at the borders. So let's check this, and now we can make a loop selection. Okay, then we go in the side view, take our move tool, hold our control key on the keyboard and just drag this selection down. Then we get something like this. But we need a flat line here. So we go in our scale tool, the y-axis, just scale it down, hold your shift key so you have increments of 10 to move, and go to 0. Check. Now we have a wonderful, nice, flat underground. Okay. Yeah, looks nice so far. Then here we stay in this scale tool, press our control key on the keyboard and just drag the left mouse button and drag the mouse to the left. So we have an extrude here. We need this extrude so we can bevel this edge later. Okay, we don't have to close this polygon hole. We don't see it later, so good. Next thing we need is another loop selection. UL. We need a loop selection here. So, but now it doesn't work. You see it? Just uncheck this one. Here a loop selection. Then we need here a loop selection. And on the corners we need a loop selection too. So if you want to add the selection, just press the shift key on your keyboard and select it. So you add selections. If you hold the control key on your keyboard, you subtract selection. So good. Now let's go in the point mode once and make an optimization. Optimize. Back in the edge mode. So now we bevel. Press MS on your keyboard or right click here and go to bevel. It's the same. And 1 centimeter with 3 subdivisions seems okay. Just press enter. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now we need some more subdivisions here on the polygons. So let's stay in the edge mode and go in the side view. Then we press K for our knife tool. Plane is okay here. Normally the default is line, so that's the default thing, and so I think it's default. And we need plane. Not restricted to selections. Slices and 10 should be okay, yes. And XZ should be okay too. Yeah. Just go over it, see the cuts and just click. Now we have more. Yeah. We need these subdivisions later for our displacement. Okay, the next thing we do, make another optimization, can't be wrong. The next thing we do is, we put this whole thing in the subdivision surface. If you hold your Alt key and press on the subdivision surface, it becomes parent of your landscape automatically. So, and it looks, with the render settings, we don't need global illumination now, and everything, go to very low here. Okay, that's my settings, but so let's look. Yeah, looks like a nice ground. Good so far. Okay, normally I do this beveling, what I did here, with the bevel deformer here. But the bevel deformer is, you have just in the R16 and R17 versions, and so if I do it like this, everybody can follow this tutorial. So, okay, now let's make the water, name this ground. Here too. Okay, now let's make the water. For the water we just need a cube. Dimensions we have x200 is okay. Y we will about 70, and here 150. Okay, move it up a little bit, so but on the lowest, yeah, it's okay. Yes, it's okay. We can go here in the X-ray mode. We see it better now. So good. Then we need some segments, like 5 here and 5 here. Okay, and convert it in a polygon object. So just press C on your keyboard. Done. Now let's hide this ground for a moment. So here, and just delete these polygons here. We don't need them. Okay, and they did a hyperlapse, and it doesn't make some problems. So delete, just hit delete on the keyboard, and now we have some points here. They are not necessary, we don't need it. Right click, optimize, and they disappear. Good so far. Okay, now we need to select the points here on the top, so we go in the side mode, make a rectangle selection. See, only selected visible elements is unchecked, and we have it. Next step is we go to mesh, commands, set point value. Here we go to the normal axial, and we want just to move in the y-axis, so y, and 10 centimeters should be okay. Apply. Yeah, looks good. This our waves. Okay, then we go edge mode, loop selection, UL, loop selection here for balancing, and we need the corners to, so hold your shift and so, okay, we will do the same beveling, so MS and the same values like before, just enter. Okay, looks like this now, and we do this in a subdivision surface too. We have a wonderful wavy block, whatever. Call it water. So okay, here we can we can start texturing, the raw texturing. Okay, so at first we will do another thing. We need such a small hill here, like I did here. We will do same here. So, okay, look at this. X-ray again. Okay, for the hill we need another landscape. Very good. 100, 100, 100. E for herbs. Okay. And here. So. Okay. Ah, maybe. Okay. It doesn't matter where. So, a little higher. And move it up a little. Okay. And now we don't need these rough things. Down. Okay. Okay. It's okay that we don't need as many segments. Okay, and this we do in a subdivision surface too, so hill. But now, so we don't need so many subdivision surfaces, generators. We just do this too in a null object, so group it, select both, then Alt G on your keyboard, and it's grouped. Ground. No. So, and this we do in the subdivision, so it's both here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's a bit too high. But you can adjust this later too. So now we could start texturing this guy. So, sorry, I had to stop the recording for a moment because of dinner time. But now I'm back and we start with the texturing. Okay, so good. We start just making the floor and the light. For the floor we do take just a disc, make it big enough. So let's see. Should be okay. Yep. So I think this will be our camera angle. Yeah, like this. Let's make a camera. Okay. Now we need the disc bigger. So it fits the whole screen. Okay, then we need a texture for that. Very simple, just a color, nothing else. And maybe with the light like this, because we have then a sand texture here. So maybe it fits better. We will see it. Okay, here. The next what we need is, I want to light this thing with HDR-I, so with an HDR image. So we take a sky. Boom. And then we need a material for the sky. Let's call this floor. Then we need a material for the sky. Sky. Okay, then here we need just the luminance channel, and in this luminance channel we put an HDR image. I got one here. You will get this whole project file to download. You can download the original project file on my website too, and I will put the link then in the description. So, okay, and this we put on the sky. Then of course we need GI, yes, it's activated. Okay, but we need, these render settings are just my render settings. You will have them, but every time I change it, so it's not really important. So let's see here. Makes what was this middle? It's low, and here 16 samples. Okay, output. Let's try what we get here. Let's have a look. Okay, lighting is okay so far. So I will delete here everything what we had. Okay. So then let's continue with, I would say, with the water first. Very simple too, it's just a transparent thing with 0.333. Yes. And reflectance. Don't need this guy, we know it. Here, dielectric with water. In older versions you have to make a Fresnel in the transparency channel to go here, and here in the texture you take a Fresnel, and here you can put in your Fresnel, normal this inverters, you see it here. Or you take the physical correct thing, I have inverted too, but I do it just here with the, it's okay. I don't know, we will see if it's okay or not. Okay, I put it on the water. So, the ground texture we do later. Water. Okay, let's see what we got. It's okay so far. Then we need sand texture for the ground. So I do a quite simple sand texture, something like sand. So, and you can do it, and you can refine the textures and everything else. So, the reflectance, I give a dielectric, and here just a bit reflectance, and okay, should do it for the moment. We put it on our ground and our hill. So yeah, what I did here now is just copy this texture. You select your texture, press your control key on the keyboard and just drag it above so you copy it. Good. So what we now need is displacement. So let's go to the displacement channel and noise. Let's say about 70%. And delta 70, I always take the same values for scale and delta. I believe you get the best results. So I don't know if I'm right or not, but for me it works. Okay. Subpolygon displacement 2 should be enough, and round geometry. This is too high. Okay, then we need here cubic. Okay, good. Let's see again what we get. Now I need it a little longer because of the displacement. But let's see what we have here. Let's try it with the interactive render region. Come on, what's wrong? Maybe I'm faster when I disable it. So this is the case of intensity centered. We need just intensity. Then it looks like this. Much better. Okay, but it looks a little boring. Just these blobs. Let's make some bump. So go to noise 2. Here we take. Let's try the Voronoi. Okay, this is 10. 10. Okay. I think it looks quite okay, but I want it more brown, not yellow. Yeah, but as I said, you can refine it later. So, okay, let's say that's okay for the moment, but I don't like this white water, this clear water. So let's make a little bit bluish, I would say, here. It's okay, and in the absorption, a little deeper blue. Okay. And let's see, maybe we get a better result when we just rotate our sky a little bit, so we get other reflections. Let's say then 90 degrees. Okay. Oh, it's too light. This is too. Oh yeah. And now it's getting better. Okay, I do a better render, and I pause this recording between, so I'm back in a second for you. So this is what we get now. I just rotated the sky a little bit again, so we have here this nice reflections. Yeah, that's it, more than less. But with the water I'm not really satisfied. Let's see what we can do with the water. So first we go into render settings. Okay. So maybe a little lighter, that's not so. I wanna see through a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, I will do a good render for this picture, and then we go to Photoshop and see how you can I show you how you can refine it a little bit. So just okay, I'm back. I'll be back. So okay, I stopped the render here because I see these small dots here they are too high, and the whole ground is too dark, too much shadow, so we try to fix this. First we need a light. I think let's have a look how the HDR looks. So and go to the texture, the HDR texture, and we don't want to see just this raw thing here, so we go to the editor and the preview size to yeah. So now we see what we have. Maybe it's not the best HDR, but I thought something with water should be okay. Anyway, let's make a light here in front. So go to light. So we take the light. Let's see here and up. And I want an area light. Nope. I want here an area light. Okay, then target, and in the target we give our water. Oh no, give the ground. Come on, target, ground, patch. Okay, maybe not as big. And down. So make a fast render. Let's see. It seems to be better. The ground, the bump, I reduced to 10 now. I did it during the rendering, as I saw it was too high. But 10 is maybe too less. Let's say 13, yes. Okay. And maybe a bit more reflectance. So wet, mud, sand, whatever. Okay. It needs yes, this looks now better with the bump. Yeah, much better. Okay, and I think it's lighter too. Yeah, it's very dark. Here we have very dark. I point on the monitor. Of course, you can see it. Here it's very dark, and I point on it. Okay, so I do another render. I'll be back again. So now here's the render. Oh, I love this pause button. So I just refined a little bit to the water texture. Just here I go a little deeper and here a little lighter, and with the sand texture I just made it a little darker here. That's all what I did, and that's the result. And now we go to Photoshop and try to make it more beautiful. So let's save this file. File, save as. Your Photoshop PSD file, 16-bit is okay. Aquarium PSD, yes, I saved it. Yep. Okay, now let's go to Photoshop. So, file open, Aquarium PSD. So normally every time I just make a copy of my background of this first layer. So just press Ctrl J and you have a copy. Then I convert it in a smart object. And then we go in the camera row filter. Here's Control F, but I do it with Control Shift A. Here we go to the first thing I every time do is clarity. See, that's a big deal. Then maybe a little like that. And what I want is a vignette, so that we have a look at the center of the picture, just a little bit. Okay, then exposure a little. And now with the watercolor we can play. So here go in the blues and just make it for nice. This fine color. I love it. Yeah, I take it. Okay, maybe we do shadows a little less. So then blacks a little on. Highlights. Okay. Okay, now I see here a reflection I don't like, so just copy this thing, then rasterize it, so go here, we could take this, don't know how it's called in English, a patch tool. Let's select this. Okay, it's the way. Looks quite nice. So, what do I do next? Maybe if you want it a little sharper, so it can copy this layer again. Okay. I make a smart object out of it and filter other high pass. Here I go so far that I see just the contours. Like this should work. I made a smart object because then I can change the values. Okay, and this layer we go to overlay. I don't know if you can see it on the, but it's kind of slightly good. I can overdo it. Let's say like this. Now you see what it does. Makes it sharper. But in this picture, do not really need it. So bye bye. Okay, that's it. We have our picture. Normally we can render it out with a multi-pass render, so you can change your colors, but with these colors it's quite easy to change it. But this should be enough for today. I hope it was useful for you, and I hope you will watch my next tutorial too. And I hope you have a nice day. And yeah, for me it's more or less a good night. No idea where you are, but I wish you a good night, good day, good midday, good evening, good whatever. Okay, so bye bye and see you next time.